Have you ever spoken in anger and then felt deep regret later? Have you ever hurt someone with your words even when you did not want to? Have you ever felt like your anger controlled you more than you controlled it? Then this story is for you. Rahil was a 15-year-old boy who lived in a small town. He was smart, kind, and gentle from the inside, but he had one problem that followed him everywhere. He became angry very quickly. Small things made him upset. A simple mistake made him shout. A small change in plan made him lose control. He wanted to stay calm, but his anger always came first. Later, when he cooled down, he felt ashamed. He wished he could change himself, but he did not know how. Rahil's anger started to create trouble in his life. One day, his friend Armin asked him a simple question during class. But Rahil was already stressed about a test. He shouted at Armin loudly. The whole class became silent. Armin looked shocked and walked away without saying anything. Rahil felt bad, but he did not say sorry. The next day, another friend stopped talking to him. People around him started keeping distance. Every week, he lost someone new. Every day, he hurt someone with his words. Rahil wanted to change, but his reactions were too fast. He felt trapped inside his own anger. He felt like a storm lived inside him. A storm he could not stop. At home, things were not better. One evening, his younger sister accidentally broke his pen. It was a small thing, but Rahil became angry again. He shouted at her until she started crying. His mother came into the room and looked disappointed. She did not say anything. Her silence hurt Rahil even more. He went to his room and closed the door. He knew he was wrong, but he did not know how to change. That night, Rahil's grandfather came to visit. He was a quiet man with kind eyes. He did not judge. He did not shout. He simply sat beside Rahil and said, "Come with me to the backyard." There was an old wooden fence near the small garden. Grandfather gave Rahil a small bag of nails and a hammer. He said, "Each time you feel angry, hit one nail into this fence." Rahil did not understand, but he agreed. The next day, he became angry at school again. He came home and hammered one nail. The sound of the hammer felt heavy. The next day, he became angry at home. Another nail. Soon the fence had many nails. After a week, grandfather returned. He looked at the fence and said, "Now remove one nail every time you control your anger." Rahil tried. The next day, he paused before shouting. He breathed slowly. He controlled himself for the first time. He returned home and removed one nail. Felt good. Felt strong. But when he removed more nails, he saw holes everywhere. The fence looked damaged. Grandfather placed his hand on Rahil's shoulder and said softly, "My dear child, angry words are like these nails. You can remove them with sorry, but the holes stay in the heart of others. This fence is like the people you hurt." Rahil stood silent. His chest felt heavy. For the first time, anger felt like a real problem, a problem that hurt others deeply. From that day, Rahil decided to change. But change did not come fast. It came step by step. The first test came at school. A classmate bumped into him by mistake. Rahil felt the fire rise inside him. His face became hot. His hands became tight. But he remembered the fence. He remembered the holes. He took a slow breath. He said, "It is okay. Do not worry." The classmate smiled, and Rahil felt proud. The next test came during homework. His little sister asked him for help. He was tired. He wanted to rest. He felt anger coming again, but he stopped himself. He closed his eyes for a moment, then helped her with a calm voice. His sister hugged him softly. Rahil felt warm inside. Another day, a teacher corrected his mistake in front of the class. Before, he would have reacted quickly. But now he listened quietly. He thanked the teacher politely. A few classmates looked surprised. They had never seen this calm version of Rahil before. Slowly, he removed more nails from the fence. Slowly, he filled fewer holes in people's hearts. His friends came back to him. His sister felt safe with him. His mother looked at him with pride. Rahil felt lighter. It was as if the storm inside him became softer. One day Armin, the friend he shouted at, walked up to him. Rahil took a deep breath and said, "I am sorry for my angry words. I was wrong." Armin smiled and said, "I know you were trying. We are friends again." Rahil felt something break inside, but it was not anger. It was relief. Real forgiveness is soft and warm. A few weeks later, the fence had only a few nails left. Rahil ran to his grandfather with excitement. "Look, I changed," he said. Grandfather smiled but pointed at the fence. "Your change is real, Rahil, but always remember this truth. Anger is easy. Control is strength." Rahil repeated those words many times in his heart. Months passed. Rahil was not perfect. Sometimes he still became angry, but he no longer shouted without thinking. He paused. He breathed. He chose calmness again and again. One evening, he walked to the backyard. The sun was setting behind the trees. The sky looked soft and peaceful. He touched the old fence gently. The holes were still there, but they no longer scared him. They reminded him of his journey. They reminded him of his growth. He whispered to himself, "When I control my anger, I control my life." In that moment, Rahil felt a quiet peace inside, a peace he had never felt before. Dear listener, anger lives inside every heart, but the way we respond decides our future. A calm mind creates calm days. A gentle heart creates gentle relationships. Remember this simple line: you cannot remove every nail, but you can stop making new holes. If this story touched your heart, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Whispering Tales, where every story helps you grow in English and in life.